was up to.
Should I repeat my joke from earlier? My awful, awful joke?
What
The
was-
power of Han compels
Oh my
you!
gosh, yeah.
Exorcist, you know.
Yes, I know. I remember. Yes.
Compels him. Sorry.
Anyways,
Still laughing.
just like we suspected, Warren is under guard in the Prophet's quarters, and it's all the way it should be.
Yeah, well, according to Leoma. You're right. We did kind of think that, well, we knew somebody was in there.
And the only
and
Prophet we know.
Right, and Warren was missing.
Yeah.
So kind of 2 and 2. But yeah, absolutely. They nabbed him early. Which means this whole time when she's kind of worrying about it and we didn't know where he was, this is where he was.
Yeah, he was chilling in Nathan's room.
Now, it does say they used the Rod of Han to compel him to, tell the truth. We can assume, but we really don't know his condition as of right now.
No, I mean, he could have. They did say they used the Rod of Han, so we can assume that he was, encouraged in one way or another, probably painfully. He could be in really bad shape. Or he could have flip-flopped and just been like, okay, whatever, it's fine, I'll tell you.
Seriously, I have a very low tolerance for pain.
Yeah.
Stop shocking me with that thing. I will tell you whatever you want.
Yeah.
I don't even care.
He literally didn't pass the test of pain, so not that he failed it. He just didn't take it. But anyways.
Yeah, right.
So
well, I mean, he did. Just in a different way.
yes.
Right.
Yes.
I understand what you mean, though. We don't have to go back and forth.
Technicalities and all that shit. Okay. So Verna kisses her ring finger, recommitting herself to the creator, and tries to get Leoma to do the same, knowing full well she's not going to do that because she is actually a sister of the dark and they can't fucking do that. This is a smart move on Verna's part. Like, not only is she reaffirming her own beliefs, and she's letting the reader know that everybody is right about Leoma. Like, this is the proof. You can't do it, right? You're not going to fucking do it, are ya? And then she kind of says, hey, just cut the shit. I know you are. Nobody can hear us here. And even if they could, they'd be sisters of the dark. So what the fuck do you care?
Yeah. And we both know you don't have to worry about them, do ya? Do ya, Leoma?
So drop the pretense and just talk to me. Because apparently it doesn't matter if you tell me or not. I'm pretty fucked. Like, we both know I'm pretty well fucked right now.
I've been sitting in this dark box for 2 weeks, apparently, and have spoken to literally no one. This is the best conversation I'm gonna have today.
Yeah.
Please, enlighten me.
Yeah. Plus,
I feel like you would be in a bad way, but you'd be so wanting to just lip off in that moment.
yeah, and I think that's part of it. She's just like, dude, I'm fucking done with this game we're playing. And also, I think it would be a little bit, maybe minimally satisfying, but just to, like, I know, you know, prove it to me that I'm right. Yep, I'm fucked. I know that. Things aren't gonna be great for me, but I get a little tiny glimmer of, like, I knew it.
Yeah, at the very least, she knows deep down she's right.
Yeah, I was right. Fuck you.
So this is a terrible thing that's happening to her, but at the end of the day, she can be like, no, I was caught, might be put to death for this, or whatever the consequence may be, but I was doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And even though it's unjust and a bad thing is happening to me, in that much she can have solace.
Yeah.
And I applaud Verna for she holds on and she never lets it shake, which is, I mean, it's impressive. Most people don't have that fortitude, but that's why Verna was chosen, because she's fucking Verna.
Yeah, she's Verna. So they're keeping Verna alive for a reason. What is it the Keeper wants from her? When Leoma says it's not for the Keeper, and she breaks eye contact, Verna figures that means they're serving to gang.
Right. They're not actually working for the Keeper right now.
No.
I did find it interesting how Verna goes, oh, so you swore your oath to Jagang, and now she doesn't go into detail here, obviously on purpose, but she's like, not exactly, but it doesn't fucking matter. Don't worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what's going on? Verna's got to be curious, or maybe not, because she's about to die supposedly anyways, but yeah, it's just that little thing. You'd be like, what the fuck is that? I mean, you're obviously the bad guy, so hey, tracks with me that you would join him. I'm just trying to get a sense of why, and you don't seem to have one.
Well, I
What
would
gives?
think, Verna has plenty of reasons to be fucking terrified of Jagang at this point, but I think it would just be, like, further confirmation that he is a scary motherfucker, that people who are sworn to the Keeper are doing his bidding right now. Either that, or you would just automatically assume that he is also doing the Keeper's bidding.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they got to be working in tandem, right? I mean, everybody knows that the Sisters of the Dark work for the fucking Keeper. So
Yeah.
if Jagang is getting in on that, I mean...
Has to be approved, right? That's what you would assume.
Well, it's got to come from the... I guess it wouldn't be top. It's the Keeper. It's got to come from the bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it branches up. It's the opposite way.
Yeah. So it's revealed that Jagang wants Verna to forsake Richard and his bond. And just when you think she's smart enough to not reveal the whole evil plan, she does.
Yay! She could have held out just a little while longer.
Yeah.
It's a very short chapter. No, they always got a bad guy diatribe. Or what's it? Bad guy monologue?
Yeah,
Villain monologue?
Yeah.
Yeah. Always. Never fails.
They just gotta make sure that, everybody knows their plan. Most specifically, the reader is clued in to what's going on. The reader that they don't know is there.
It does. It happens a couple of times in this chapter where it's just like, hey, person, this is going on for sure. We're not throwing any, like, mystery at any of this. Leoma and the sisters are bad, like, as if you didn't know already.
Of course, I suppose that she couldn't have really... She has to go into detail in bad guy monologue, because how else is she going to get Verna to forsake his bond, like the bond? Like, that'd be such a weird thing to try to break without her knowing that
without actually telling her.
Yeah.
So this time it is actually toward the goal of the plan.
Yeah.
To let the victim know that they're about to be a victim.
Yeah. We're just going to talk a bunch of shit about Richard and, like...
Tell her she has to just say the safe word.
Yeah.
But then you don't tell her the safe word, or that you're even looking for something like that, so it'll never happen.
Never, yeah.
I understand.
Well, apparently the reason that he's trying to get her to break the bond is because somehow his magic interferes with the way he controls people, and he wants to see what's going to happen if Verna breaks her vow. And I think we knew that.
To Richard.
Yes.
Richard's magic interferes with Jagang.
Yes, and we knew that because we know that, like, she was trying to make sure that people were, like, vowed to Richard, because she figured out that people who were bonded to Richard were safe from Jagang through Warren telling her.
Yeah, she told Andalmir about it.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. I know I was stilted when I said that, but you were looking at me like you didn't know what I was talking about.
No, I'm with you.
Okay.
It is known.
Okay, so that is the goal in mind, and now everybody is aware. And Verna says you're gonna have to do better than just locking me up in this fucking room. And Leoma reminds her, like, hey, we got weeks, honey, until Jagang gets here, and you're wearing a collar. And that collar, I don't know if you remember, gives tests of pain. So, that's gonna be rough.
So, welcome to it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And usually the test of pain is like an hour or a couple hours, and they're like years apart. Like, it's just a quick little torture sesh every little once in a while.
Every few years, I just get the shit kicked out of me magically by a collar.
Yeah, no
just
big deal.
for good measure. It's insane to me that Verna had even an inkling of a thought that they lock her up for 2 weeks. Leoma comes in to tell her what just happened, and then she, thought she was going to leave? Like, this is bad now, but then okay, my trial's done, so, okay, maybe she's going to get put to death. But it's not happening right away, and I think she thought that it was.
Yeah.
So she's like, well, I guess it sucks. I'm going to die, but that's that. And they're like, oh, no, we're going to torture the shit out of you for a long time before we let you die.
Yeah, this is way more advanced. I think also, I don't think she forgot she had the Radahan on at all. I think that maybe she just, like, she's a sister. She's not used to sisters being treated in that manner.
Or having one on.
Yeah.
I was going to say, she almost broke the wizard's third rule. Well, technically she did, because she did actually try to attack her.
Yeah.
But I did think it's curious that after the rule... Interesting? I want to go with interesting. That after the rule was explained, Verna lost her sense,
Mm-hmm.
tried to attack Leoma, and it doesn't work right
Right.
off the bat. She broke the rule.
And now
So the
Leoma's
shit
even
didn't
more
work.
pissed at her, so that's
Right.
great. But yeah, so she's gonna have to endure a lot more than what the boys even normally had to endure, and so I just don't think it entered her brain that sisters could do that to other sisters because she doesn't think like a sister of the dark.
Right. Yeah. Well, there's no telling what's in their fucked up brains.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that is where Verna is left, and I know we skipped over it because I read it in the chapter earlier and I didn't see it in my notes that I took. It's my fault. But Verna, the last thing that Anne told her, right, in
Oh,
the journey
yeah.
book, because she still has the journey book, was that, okay, stuff is fucked up. Get the sisters out of there.
Yeah.
Escape and get them out. That's
Yeah.
the plan, dude. That's all I can tell you to do. And that did not happen.
Yeah.
Not only that, all the Sisters of the Dark are back. And like nobody has any plans of leaving.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing because now all the bad guys are the good guys. Fuck this up and create complete confusing chaos. Alliteration.
And that last message came to her while she was in the cell. Like, that was the last communication she got.
Right.
While in this last 2 weeks. And it was like, yeah, you're in prison. Tough shit. Get out. Like, just like we said. So she's like, I can't send anybody. I'm far away. I'm on my way. That's all I can tell you.
But yeah, it looks pretty hopeless for Verna.
Yeah, not looking super right. That's a rough way to go out.
I was just thinking, like, so do we make a joke about cliffhanger or what? Damn, that's not good.
If you guys have any happy thoughts that you want to brighten up our inbox with, you can send those to podcastatt@gmail.com. And you can also get a hold of us on all the social medias at podcastatt. And we have a Patreon where you can find us at podcastatt as well.
Thank you again to Maria.
Yes, we love that. And we love all of you.
That's right. Thank you all for listening. We'll see you real soon.
Bye.
Finally happened. We completely and totally
bitch.
missed the fucking beer break. We are back, baby.
Oh, shit. Hold on.
She's got to get her headphones back on.
Okay.
We'll come clean. That time we totally forgot. But we are here, and we have the beer.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't just not get one. We totally have it here. This one is called No Yeah from Bell's Brewery. Isn't that a Michigan thing, or is that a Midwest thing? When we want to say no, we'll say, yeah, no. And when we want to say yes, we'll say, no, yeah.
Or back and forth. It's a Midwest thing.
It is
There's-
Midwest.
If you look at the can behind the big giant no yeah, there's a whole bunch of little sayings that are Midwest, like, oh,
I
sorry.
see Ope right there.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, no, for sure.
Just gonna sneak right past you.
Yeah. You know, watch
Yeah,
out
no,
for
for
deer.
sure.
Yeah.
Watch out for deer. That's great.
And the little tagline is just a really nice beer.
Just a really nice beer. The Ope one is hilarious because my dad said that for years and everybody would always go, oh, when they talked about him. And then, as it turns out, that's a Michigan thing and literally everybody does it. So I have no idea why he is known for doing that. But I mean, he does do that, so.
I think it's because he doesn't do, like, a lot of people in this area, or like, it's not just Michigan, that is Midwest.
Midwest. Oh, right.
So I think a lot of people do that, but your dad does it like in conversation. Like, you'll say something to him and then he'll respond by being like, oh.
It's not an excuse me thing, it's just an exclamation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why.
But this is a golden ale.
Ooh, easy drinking golden
Easy drinking
ale.
golden ale. And I gotta say, it is kind of like an IPA in a way,
Mm.
but they have cut down on the bitterness
I was
quite
like,
a bit.
I don't think it's like it's good because it's better than an IPA.
Well,
so it's not.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's less bitterness in there, but this is drinkable. Like, you could drink this.
I can drink this. This is 4.5%, and I could drink a whole bunch of them.
So compared to an IPA, you're like, this is way better.
Yes.